Welcome back to our temporary home. We will be here till August, so I feel a little bit like Brian Gumbel with this setup, that I should be asking you questions about a story you just did.
And then you write some notes down. And
what am I writing? That's always the mystery.
I know.
Well, let's write about the Tigers, because, you know, they're in first place, and you would have liked to see them capitalize and get a couple wins here this weekend, but you got to be happy with where they are, that, you know, they are in first place in the AL Central.
Well, the week goes by, 4-3 on the week, so that's good. You'd like to see them do better than split at home with Seattle, but, you know, Tampa tomorrow, Cleveland for 3. They're playing much better. There's no doubt about it, and the bullpen has been good up until today. And, look, they're going to be in this thing for a while. You know, with all due respect to the Indians, they'll hang around. I just worry about the White Sox.
It'll be interesting to see that right away. We got the Indians coming into town this week, so we'll get a chance to see head up how the Tigers handle it. What's up with Seattle and just the mastery that they have on this Tigers pitching staff?
They have really good. Well, they have really
I know they have good pitching, but the hitting is what's really killed the Tigers in that head-to-head matchup with Seattle. And yeah, it seemed this weekend every pitcher that the Tigers faced just got better and better and better every day.
Right. Well, look, Smoke and Olivo just have been knocking the hell out of the ball against the Tigers. It's one of those crazy things they call baseball. But I want to, you know, I'm always Mr. Negative. Let's talk positive a little bit. Alex Avila should be, and he won't, be the starting catcher for the American League in the All-Star game. Heading into today, and he had a nice day today too, he led or was tied in every offensive category. He was tied with home runs with Russell Martin. Everything else, batting average, slugging percentage, every on-base percentage, it's all Avila all the time, and I never thought I'd, you know, be uttering those words out of my mouth. I'd like to see him maybe move up a little bit in the batting order, but other than that, he's been great.
You know, I remember being in Jim Leyland's office last year and him saying Avila's going to be a good major league hitter. And he talked to the beat reporters and everybody else who was gathered around, pointing out how difficult it is for a young catcher not only to learn how to hit, but he's learning how to manage the pitching staff as well. So there's a lot on his plate, and he's done a phenomenal job hitting near 300. And he's still stuck in that 8 spot.
Right. He's done a great. You look at what the Tigers have done, and look, they're tied for first place. They're in a mediocre division. They're an above average to above average team, but Verlander, Cabrera, Avila, Peralta is having an all-star type of season, and you could even argue Valverde and maybe even Scherzer. You know, obviously they're not all going to get in, but it's nice to see they're playing good baseball. Summer is here. The time is right for, you know, dancing in the street with the Tigers.
Time for them to see some momentum this week.
Yes,
get some wins against the Indians. That would be nice to see. We can hop around to a bunch of different things. Something I want to hit, I want to make sure we hit. Your reaction to those Michigan uniforms. What did you think about the Block M on the front?
I liked them. They weren't horrible.
That's a big difference.
Well, no, I expected worse. When they came out, it looked like they were, you know, the mock that was going to come out was going to be stripes all around, and I didn't like them. But, you know, they look like Michigan uniforms with a big Block M and the number, the stripes on the back. It's one game. It's a special event. It's a night game. People are making too much of a big deal. Who cares? No, I think they look nice.
I agree with you. What else is on your mind? What do you want to hit next?
This whole Ndamukong Suh thing is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, you know, who cares if he talks or not?
Well, first of all, who cares if he shows up for these workouts, too? He had other stuff involved. There's one guy I don't worry about. It's Ndamukong Suh. You know, and I don't think the fans care if he talks or not. Look, now, from a reporter's point of view, you were there. What's it take, 5 minutes after practice to answer about 6 or 7 questions or whatever, get on his way? It might be unfair that he spoke to the NFL Network, Willie McGinnis, and maybe did one other, you know, radio talk show in the state. But you know what? It doesn't make a difference. All the fans cares if he's going to be wrecking havoc on the National Football League, and I think he will.
Yeah, no question about it. Clear it up. I wasn't there that day. I happened to some of those workouts, but don't want
people
watching. I don't want people watching the same. He wasn't there that day.
You're the hardest working man in television.
Let's send that note to my boss.
Yes.
Hardest working. I should be working on my swing. I'm nominating myself for Stonehead of the Week. This is pretty ugly. I mean, take a peek at this. Yeah. You cannot strike out in a softball game.
Slow pitch, too.
That is Stonehead worthy, but that doesn't get your vote.
No, I have to go with the popular vote, and that's Dwayne Wade and LeBron James for making fun of Dirk Nowitzki's cold that he played with 102 fever, walking around doing the, you know, gee, of all people that should complain about injuries or make fun, it's Dwayne Wade, who needed a high chair. He should have needed a high chair, a wheelchair to go off when he separated his shoulder. Wade, LeBron, Stoneheads.
So nice having you here and taking notes on everything that you're saying.
Now, next week, I'll get the memo of the new set a little better.
I told him to wear pants this week. But he shows up in jeans.
He told me pants. He didn't say I couldn't wear the sneakers.
Casual Sundays with Stoney. We'll be back.
Actually, we should do
next Sunday. Yeah, just never mind. We'll be back after this break.